Hello and welcome once again to a lovely weekend. Another lovely Sunday here in London. One thing I know, those of you living elsewhere will disagree or will challenge. That is, nothing beats London in summer. Summertime, no place beats London. The place becomes so beautiful and lively. Every ugly thing becomes beautiful. Can you imagine? Anyway, political correctness these days you can't even say ugly. But I tell you what, it's a beautiful sunny London. Not too hot, and that's to say. So it's another beautiful weekend, and it is another time for us to just gather our thoughts, sit down to discuss stuff, to think about Ghana, to discuss politics and everything in between. You are welcome to Home TV, the home of the truth, nothing but the truth. Today I've got an MPP, one of their stalwarts, NPP communicator, a member of the NPP UK branch. He's here to have a discussion. Like I always say, it's more of conversational than inquisition. But I've seen that he's got a lot of his documents and he's going to prove a lot to us. So just get yourself ready. One thing though, I'll tell you, when it is very hot in summer, can you believe it? I rather drink either tea or coffee or hot water. When you drink something hot, it gets into your body, then it cools the skin, your body, it cools the body down. But then, I'm not everyone, and everybody is not like me. So you can drink your nice cold water or any fizzy drinks. So once again, I say welcome to the truth, nothing but the truth. Today, the caption that we got is that deceit. You know, lies, telling lies is actually part of the human setup, human nature. We are made like that to tell little fibs here and there. But in politics, deceit has become the ugly side of that game, of that show. Everywhere on this planet, people, especially politicians, come away with very, they come away very economical with the truth. Sometimes it is necessary not to pinpoint or say everything or say it as it is. Sometimes it's for the sake of cohesion, or let's say the sake of the state. It's in the interest of the state to keep certain things quiet without bringing all the truth out. So we understand. But then when telling lies becomes the actual, rather the norm, the modus operandi, or let's say the operative sort of a strategy, then it is a problem. Unfortunately, that is how we are operating, not only in Ghana, in West Africa, in Africa especially. The truth has become the politics. The lies has become politics itself, and it is a shame. That's why today's caption is, we are saying that deceit is the ugly side of politics. Let me say that this program is being sponsored by ITS Pro, the ITS Pro Training Center. These guys can train you to get all the required tickets and certificates in order to work on construction sites and security, senior management, junior management level, everything. They provide you with health and safety knowledge, and that is very important. I have gone through all those things, so I'll recommend it to you if you want to work on construction site or anywhere. Especially in UK, you are required to have this sort of CSCS card. So if you require one of these cards, all what you got to do is to call STS Pro Training Center on telephone number 079046 86944. That is 079046 86944, and they will sort you out. Also, prophet invasion. Invasion, this day we will say it's not a very correct word or the politically correct word, but this invasion, I think, is a proper one. So, Prophet Prempe Ministries. Prophet Prempe Ministries presents the prophetic invasion, which is coming very soon here in London. On 29th July, that is 29th July to 31st July 2022, this sort of activity is a church activity. It will come on, and for those of you of that disposition, people who trust and believe in the Bible and Christ and the rest, this is your program. From Friday 29, that's evening session from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. The Saturday program is from mornings, that is 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. and evening session 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. Then on Sunday, 31st July, evening session from 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. The venue will be the Lighthouse Theatre, and the full address is 2542 270 Camberwell Road, London SE5 0DP. That is London SE50DP. That is Sarah Echo 5 0 Delta Papa. And quite a few telephone numbers, or let's say one telephone number for you. If you want any information about this program, all you got to do is to ring +44 7760 276 you can get some more information on their website at www.prophetprempe.org. That is ORG, and you get all the information you need. So that is it, what it is. This is a good Christian activity, and I recommend that you all take note. Go and participate. You don't always have to rely on your physical strength or as we say, you don't only rely on what you see and what you can touch. Sometimes the spiritual, the unseen power and spirit is also very necessary. So prophetic invasion, and that is it for you. Now though, if you always also want to contribute to this program, we have two telephone numbers, and that is 07956 266 936 and 07960 314 868. You call these two numbers and you come straight to the program center. The producers will just take your call and bring you in to come and either make a contribution or ask questions. Also, we have a stream link that you can use to also contribute, so that your live picture, that is a motion picture, will be on the television screen. As you speak, as you talk, everybody can see your face. You can use that one as well. So then, it is time for us to begin and talk about Ghana, discuss, ask questions, and demand some answers. Before I introduce my guest, let's go for a short, small commercial break. Don't go anywhere. Stay.
We are so poor, baby. No, for a so a man, would you pay money? Now, can you say, would you to abroad so I would tell him? And sign that man any D. ITS Pro Center. ITS Pro Center. Me dey find it is pro. I just say bia ya tetin crofo ya mount SIA license. Now bet me dey real security. Now dey akopɛ adwuma. O hwɛ sɛ dey na nkofo adwuma sign no wonya adwuma. Ba bia me kan fama wo aye ITS Pro Center. Ɛhɔ ani bet me amount tete na on sa ka certificate. Enti adati na ɛsa wo tena na aka kyem sɛ wonya adwuma ye. ITS Pro Training Center no. Anya SIA nkwa na ye yo. Ye CSCS card so account. CSCS card no. Just one day training pep. Na wo wie so a unsabasa kan health and safety certificate so do it why dey we are so for baby no for na so man hwa wo de bo pay man wo na kan huru say wo di otu abro so wo tan yem ensa anya adwuma no enidi ITS Pro Center me de me fan 80s Pro say bia ya titin krofo ya ma SIA license na betimi de euro security na wo de akopa adwuma wo hwe say de na nkofo we are so for baby no for na so man hwa wo de bo pay man wo na kan huru say wo di otu abro so wo tan yem ensa anya adwuma no enidi ITS Pro Center me de me fan 80s Pro say bia ya titin krofo ya ma SIA license na betimi de euro security na wo de akopa adwuma wo hwe say de na nkofo adwuma sai na wonya adwuma we are so for baby no for na so man hwa wo de bo pay man wo na kan huru say wo di otu abro so wo tan yem ensa anya adwuma no enidi ITS Pro Center me de me fan 80s Pro say bia ya titin krofo ya ma SIA license na betimi de euro security na wo de akopa adwuma wo hwe say de na nkofo adwuma sai na wonya adwuma ba bia me kan fama wo aye ITS Pro Center what any betimi amount tie na onsa account certificate enti adati na esa wo tena na ka chem se wonya adwuma ye ITS Pro Training Center no enya SIA nkwa na ye o ye CSCS card so aka ho CSCS card nso no just one day training pep na wo wie nso a onsa besa aka health and safety certificate so enti what why dey enti hwa nkrofo agina wi omo wie mo training omo akwakwa adwuma se wo site enti me nua me gana fo moti wo ye den enne ya wate me kan bomodia na frey awa sa numbers we so 079 04 68 6944 079 04 68 6944 bomodia na frey ne ya ITS Pro Training Center
tap and send. It's okay. Go. Let me speak to my people. Now, let me speak to you. I know the stress people go through when they want to send money from abroad to their family members and loved ones in Ghana and even Africa. See, if you are in the USA, if you are in London, UK, Canada, Europe, any part of the world, see, Tap Send has made it very easy. All you have to do is to tap and send. Within a twinkle of an eye, your money will be sent with no stress. It's very fast, convenient, and easy to access everywhere. What are you waiting for? Just tap and send. Download Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Send.
Welcome back once again to Home TV here in London, and to me, Masa Musa, the host of the program, The Truth. Nothing but the truth. Like I've already said, this afternoon I have here in the studio Mr. Weku Bimpe. He is the Director of Communications for MPP UK. And he's here to, like I say, have a conversation on various topics about various issues, whatever, anything that is going on in Ghana. He's here to shed light as to what is happening, as we say, the good, the bad, and the ugly. So much so today, I don't know, as it is, we don't know if we have so much the good in Ghana. People are saying it's only the bad and the ugly. But well, it's not to me, it's not for me to say. You'll be the judge. So without too much of my monologue, let me introduce to you Mr. Weku. Welcome, sir.
Thank you, Masa Musa. Who's a castle as a phone cracker? Brana, one main wife find here.
I don't know.
I will say,
you see, sometimes energy, it is just there. You tweak your hand and energy. Sometimes too, I don't know, maybe it's the sun, the weather, or like you say, maybe I'm feeling too fresh.
Yeah.
Sometimes it makes you lazy. But it's not about me, it's about Ghana.
Absolutely.
So let's dwell on the serious matters. Anyway, welcome to our home TV. This is your first time. How do you find out?
Yeah, thank you, Mansa Musa. I'm privileged to be here, and to be honest, I'm humbled to be here. Studio certainly are fantastic. I've been to many studios. As I said to you before, my picture quality is brilliant. And I think it's a testament of Jumatinte and your home TV. And I think you need to continue this program because and for sharing and people for NDC4, people are watching. And I know a lot of people are going to call in today. Some of the NDC guys. So, it's a fantastic setup. I'm really happy and I'm humbled to be here. And I'm privileged to be called the communications director for the fantastic MPP party in the UK. A call to service, a voluntary call to service. You have to be selfless, motivated, and passionate for say Juman. And I think every time I best mom is there, every time we be discussion, I'm humbled because for me to speak for such a great party it is an honor. But this afternoon, let me make it clear at the start. I'm not here to defend per se. I'm here to try and explain. Sometimes you go studio be stations, there programs are and I've been feel say could defend the undefensible or the indefensible. But and then you better try to be church here. Some we can defend, some we have to explain because I think that conversations and communication work and part of it communication explaining between Nipana and Kasan in the 18. But your title also quite a catchy title, Deceit in Politics.
It's just that terrible, isn't it?
It's just a title, but Manzabu said there is a much bigger picture behind that title. No? For you to even think, say, oh, this title, about 2 programs, so no. For you per se, you see all politicians as deceitful, which I understand that. I know why you would think that way.
And when I say all politicians, in fact, I was going to be defensive, but then I will agree. All politicians doesn't mean only Africans, so. All politicians, all across board. You see, on this planet, as the truth has become very dangerous to even contemplate. The truth. It's all about managing messages, making sure that your side of the narrative is is what people get, which is strange. But then it's true. But still, there are some very, I will agree, very honest politicians. Still, these people exist. Anyway, let's go straight to the point.
I mean, let me just chip in there before. When it comes to the question of deceit, it's a human behavior. It's not in politics. It cuts across all the various sectors, in education, in health, in business. The business for crowns so they can saying the millions of money now. So sometimes it's not fair because politicians are public figures. They are perceived or seen to be dealing with public money. Or a lot of the times, they are but then there are people in business that I know are big liars. And some of them have been found wanting at various times. And sometimes politicians do bear the brunt of the deceitful nature.
The politicians bear the
but it cuts across.
Politicians, they actually manufacture or they do the policies. They bring out rules and laws that can affect people's life. It can make you live well or it can make you die. Politicians can go to war. So they have to carry the can. If a business fellow decides to be a bit underhand, it is the politician's duty to make sure that doesn't happen. But if the politicians want to engage in it or they want to be involved in that, then we have a problem. Anyway, it's a broad discussion.
It is a broad discussion. It's a broad discussion. But again, I would disagree with that assessment because It's everybody's responsibility. It's not just the politicians, the civil society, your neighbor, the individuals. I mean, a doctor killing a patient for negligence is no different from politicians lying or sending us to war. It's about competencies. I know they won't even find politicians in Kwa. But I do get your point. I mean, we politicians make the rules. The people are there to enforce it. There are various sections of the government. It didn't so much lecture man I say it's to be enforced. And a young civil society rules, you know. That's why I say also abide by the rules. You know, we also have to play our part. And also fighting what we perceive not to be good.
Right. NPP Ghana. Recently, you've had your internal elections. Very lively. The last bit of it was at the Accra Sports Stadium.
Yeah.
Lots of crowds surging, you know, people dancing, singing, listening to music, everything. Tell us, what will this bring? Are you guys satisfied that, you know, your mantra with such election, how the election went on, will that help to break the 8?
Masamusa, thank you. First of all, let me say a big thank you to all my MPP people that are watching at this point in time. Special good afternoon to my chairman, Wofake, who is in Ghana doing fantastic work for us in MPP UK. Special thank you to all the executives who were able to go to vote in the elections we're describing. And I say, Obibia Utie and these MPP executives, chapter chairman, and all the various chapter executives, and every MPP member, Utie, good afternoon to you. Mazabuza, you raised a very interesting point there. It was beautiful seeing that election going through that process. Elections day, it's a long journey. It goes on for a while. Campaigning never really stops because all person standing for position, you plan ahead and you begin to do your campaigning. Then what culminates? It's the voting that happens on the day, as we saw at Accra Sports Stadium. But I think that if anything else, the MPP has shown to be one of the most organized political parties in Ghana. Side elections CA, my friend, a couple of others before. You should have Basbasa Yobia, you should have Sikasema, you try to move the way like others we've seen in the past. And I think that we have moved on as a political party. And kudos to MPP Payifo Ghana. I organize Honorable Peter McMahon and Payifo organize this program elections. I think they've done a fantastic job because so much may be in the past that serious forms of corruption and bribery. But this particular elections, is on a very small note, on a very minor, and I think that the MPP is actually onto something. If you look at the excitement, the motivation of the people, delegates, executives, I think that we're really onto something, and our idea is good for the future of the party. Whether or not we break the 8 is a different story, but I'm 100% confident that with the new executives, the General Secretary, JFK, and Honorable Stephen Team, and then Nanabi as organizer, Salam Mustafa, as key to those mobilization groups. I'm 100% sure, say, we can break the 8. Don't forget, every time MPP has lost an election, part because MPP for grassroots and Tuabano, because they've had issues with the party and they were not happy with a few things at Kosovo. In the say the election of Honorable Stephen Team, JFK, Salam, Nanabi, Madam Asobaye, Nasara Coordinator, and all the other guys that can't will lead to energizing the grassroots base now. Before say we are on to something. Before say a bit more ginger, it will be like a wave that will go through the rest of the country. A bit more catch it up. Don't forget that every time we lose election, we lose by the tiniest margins. And also, maybe 100,000, 200,000. And so if we can get all our base to vote out, we're looking at quite a close contest, if not as winning by a huge margin. And I'm quite positive as a communication director in the UK. I'm very, very positive. I'm excited about 2024. I think that we have enough to campaign on. There are many things for Ghanaians and the people of Ghana which we can continue to campaign. And I'm hoping at the right time the Ghanaians will be able to follow and listen to the right sounds. And 2024, we're going to win by a huge margin.
So, judging by your own assertion, say the what we call it, the enthusiasm shown by your supporters, your people, and vis-a-vis what is happening in the country, is it not somehow severe? Is it not an insult to tell Ghanaians, you know, that there was excitement when in the country itself there isn't that feel of excitement? There's so much hardship for people, and yet NPP will let us have that. Oh, if you see the excitement, and we think that will help us break the 8 or win the next elections. Don't you rather think that you should, you know, concentrate on making the Ghanaian have the feel that you are working for them, instead of now people, you know, most Ghanaians think, oh, they are working for themselves. The party for is a party, no, they spend lots of money. The country as a whole don't have money, but individually, and people close to the party have big monies. So, you know, perception, you know, and how are dreams.
I mean, what is happening in the country? At the end of the country, so are you telling me say a Ukraine war affecting? We should then not be able to engage in our normal duties also here. So when you man go be because Kuruma. Is that what you're telling me? And, you know, are you expecting saying the MPP should cancel its elections, an important event on the calendar, said because you perceive say Ghana Kuruma? I mean, I'm a little bit confused with that question. Regardless of whether Ghana for and as a Ghana for are not entirely happy with Neokoso, the various political parties will continue to have their events. Elections are key to the success and the continuation and the benefits of Ghanaians. Because as you know, the democracy, you know, the party that leads government is the one that's elected for by Ghanaians, and it has to be a party of succession. Union leaders for the next 4 years. It's an exciting moment, regardless of whether, you know, what did that has got nothing to do at this point in time. Say, prices and I say petrol and I say, those things will always continue. But I know just as a political party, we shouldn't go ahead and take and go and follow our succession path. And I say, paying for. But don't you say? And this never happens anywhere in the world. Tell me one country in the world. Because some of us say hardships work on or one cancel almost successive elections to send MPP. It doesn't happen. If anything else, that particular event is meant to be a forward-looking event for Ghanaians. The fact that you change leaders, as you can see, some of the leaders have changed, and there are new crop of people that have come in with new energy, with new focus, with new ideas. I will move the chrono forward. So I disagree with some of the issues that we're raising, because the party has Ghanaians at heart. MPP bars way, and new MPP I am Ghana for. I can arguably say that in the history of Ghana, there has been no political party, there's been no government in the history of Ghana. I am near my MPP I am Ghana for, and I have my facts and I can go through them one by one with you. And it's fair, say I didn't obey TR because sometimes I know some of the media, you take an entrenched position.
I have not taken any entrenched position.
Good, fantastic.
If I say Busani say, one man reference a Chrome on 2 or 3 occasions. Just about 3 days ago, me senior Antana said, Kesson and the benefits. Also, almost the 320 I bet to my accounting. The next 300 and I think 6 to 7 or so, about within 2 weeks.
Okay.
And we are seeing a she we are seeing a dinner normal brain cost of living alcohol. So, Tabia because if we allow ourselves to compare standards here with that guy, we will be making a mistake because a Chrome has one say about to be because the Conservative Party.
They're going to.
But they are not forgetting. They have not forgotten the masses. Here for no, almost about. We are talking about roughly about 8 million people are. Yeah, Maubia £600 over £600. A big money.
Of course
you
it
see,
is.
So comparison, no, I'm saying, okay, because you know, it's a party, any election there now. Kromano, nobody is looking after them. They are struggling on their own. It is a comparison, but yeah, you want free honor.
Let me can I just make a quick response to that, because the fact that political party elections has not stopped the government from working. Government is still working.
Yeah.
Public sector workers are going to work. But teacher for school, businesses are here, Juma. And that even it's got nothing to do with say, stop it, baby, and I see stop it, baby. The UK comparison I'm making. Sometimes you can make the comparison as you can. UK has a benefit system. We don't have a benefit system in Ghana. Send it to UK Hano. But since the Ghana do you know where it comes from? Besides free.
Well,
it's borrowed money.
Yes.
Okay. Borrowed money. The UK, in the month of June, interest on borrowing quite £10.3 billion in 1 month.
Yes.
Okay, and they have borrowed in excess in June alone 22.9 billion extra pounds. And free. Can you imagine? Say Ghana. Hold on.
We can also borrow. Like
no, that's not what I'm saying. Don't put words in my mouth. Say Ghana, and I said 1 month, borrow 20 billion to see a chairman for and can be a different story altogether. But we have our systems in place. Systems in place, and also follow.
No,
and
to sell some idea here.
Which is
they borrow the money on which chairman Crawford. Look,
but that's what you said. You told me so they gave benefits. And it's got what chairman Crawford.
You Sunak. Almost chancellor, no, people who no, watch baby as fee, and he hasn't gone to borrow. You see, so no, it's from some cost savings certain times ago, certain things that they have reduced, certain some like a government outfit and the because politically, it is not right. Even in a capitalist state, as capitalist, for them to think that they borrowed to give out. No.
So you're making a point that because the government is making savings of X amount of billions. Now I borrow a historical amount of borrowing. And then you're okay. Now yes, I borrowing and I allow no money making savings or the amount. But that's what it is.
I will tell you that their borrowing mostly goes into capital investment.
That's not true.
Unlike our
that is not true.
No.
That's not true.
Unlike ours most of the borrowing is to pay benefit, but what we call salaries and everything.
That's not true.
People here don't borrow to pay salaries.
That's not true. The structure of
UK don't borrow to pay salaries.
The structure of the government, UK, and the structure of the government in Ghana.
They wouldn't cut down on government services. They don't do that.
Okay, well, you think so.
Anyway.
You think so, but let's make that point. That point is important. Let me just finish up with that point. That point is important. Say, Abano Tiha, in the month of August in 2020, in 1 month, Abano borrow 40 billion.
Yes.
I borrows has kind of a yearly or borrows has kind of 1 month because of COVID. So that's kind of the education budget. Education budget, half of it goes into paying salaries of teachers. And you can't convince me that you
borrow. They have not been constrained in any way like we have in Ghana. Our people now, look, even just say a patch of crown, yet nobody wants to lend us money.
That's not true.
It's a fact.
That's not true.
No, it's a fact.
No, it's not true.
It isn't.
It's not true.
Look, you guys, your people came in to say, look, let's do e-levy so that it will stop us from borrowing. We won't go and borrow. E-levy will give us
a lot of income,
which is a lie. We need to borrow. Look, before then,
that's not a lie. That was not a lie.
To the market, try to borrow money, couldn't get it. Even at a higher interest, couldn't get it.
That's not true.
It's a fact.
There are loans available for the country, but because we've got credit rating downgraded, we get at a higher rate.
Why have we got credit?
downgraded.
Why do we get credit downgraded?
Yes.
Because all of a sudden we are seeing, say, because of the commitments we've made to the people of Ghana, and because of the lack of income, and also because of the COVID period. No, of course we have a shortfall. And please do not don't be deceived, sir. Don't be deceived, sir. It's okay, but let me just go into this.
COVID, you mentioned COVID. COVID brought a lot of money to the government.
Okay.
It didn't take money away from the government.
So you're telling me that every year Ghana GDP about 60 billion, now COVID 2 billion by, and now cutting off the shortfall. No, there is still a big gap.
We all know the figures. We see the COVID the COVID period didn't take money away from the government coffers. It didn't. COVID brought in rather much more needed money. Even revenue collection went higher. In that even the most dangerous period of 2020.
So
why do we blame COVID for everything?
Let me try to understand this. So one person just said for a year or 2 years, a year and a half, Ubianko Juma, you locked down at least for 12 months. Within that 12 months, and every year Ghana GDP is about 50-60 billion. NASA COVID sika in from IMF now about $2 billion, $3 billion, $4 billion. You're telling me says that $3-4 billion is comparable to your GDP and Kidenya Sekwe Juma about 50-60 billion.
You see,
so let's not make this any difficult than it is.
These are what we call the academic argument just to confuse the masses. Look, I'm saying that your own figures in that revenue, I mean, the Auditor General and the rest of them, government receipts was higher that period. Sika omojiji, etwono omojiji no. Omojani bebre, ewo COVID time. That's one thing. Look, that's why I say we are doing more conversational than inquisition. Which I don't want to.
It's okay. You can open your file. It's fine.
The point is, don't let us. Or how would they agree for Ghanaians to be told that the COVID stopped the government from getting money? It isn't true. Look, the monies came in. The problem.
How much came in?
The problem we are facing.
How much came in?
There is a lot of mismanagement. A lot of mismanagement.
How much money came in? Tell your viewers.
Look, we have so much money coming in from.
How much?
Look.
How much is so much money?
Listen, apart from the monies that was required from the internal revenue.
How much was it? How much was it?
Oh, in billions of Ghana cedis.
How much is it?
Roughly.
Give us a figure.
I can't give you a figure.
Okay.
But
fair.
It wasn't that we ran short of cash. No. Government didn't run short of cash in Ghana. It's a fact. The point is, a lot of mismanagement. A lot of, some will say maybe not mismanagement. It was the government policy to be paying this. We know where the free SHS money came from. We know that. Then we have monies. We needed monies to pay some allowances. We needed monies to so many payments. Not into consumption side of economy, not into the capital expenditure. So much of them. Whether we call that mismanagement or that is a good policy is another thing. But you see, the argument that the government ran short or ran out of cash, it's not true. Yes.
Away, say at this particular current moment.
Yes.
We'll be inflation now. So what is
I have said 9.
So what is the first time in about how many years? About 40 years.
Yeah.
Time and COVID no. No inflation then I'm saying. They go 2%, 2.5. It is some of the shocks, and you year no and I feel it. And the year after and the year after and I feel the shocks, It is not government receipts during the COVID time. Look where the financial commitments are binding here to the people of Ghana, including all the flagship programs, paying public sector workers in Ghana. And the public sector is a very huge wage burden.
Exactly.
Paying all the
government to make sure that they are going to protect the public purse. You are not going to balloon what you previously criticized. You balloon it, and now you are saying, "Oh, I've ballooned it." So now, but still, it's not my fault.
You see what is unfair? What's unfair in this argument, Mr. Musa, is you've got over 1 million people who are working for the public sector. Each of those are Ghanaians who are working to get money.
Yes.
So I'm first and in the public sector. I'm more the various pay rise the demand goes on. I got Ghana for never complaining say I'm buying crab by any Jumanya. Hold on a second.
When you have double or you have made 5-fold the number of people that you have to pay.
Who do we get rid of?
Well,
why near Uniano and our brother near Sakin with
hang on
you?
a second.
So does it?
No, hang on a second.
But as a man, can all man for no see. Mammy
Don't tell me that if someone is running a country like Ghana with, let's say, 80 ministers, and everybody said it is over the top, it was too much. Bahamas 80 or something, it was too much. You come and you extend it about 120. Then Mahama had, let's say, about 600 people in the castle or the Jubilee House or Flagstaff House. You come and it's in the towns. Then you tell me that when I say uniform.
You see,
waste of money.
You confuse the public sector with the executive arm of government, the ministers. You've completely confused the two. Yeah, but you completely confused the two. When we talk about public sector,
the ministry,
they are part.
The political wing of the ministry is not a public sector.
They are part of the public sector, but they're not the public sector. There are other things involved in the public sector. I can understand the argument. Yes, I can understand the argument for you arguing, say the ministers and also compared to before. But as I've explained on different programs, the government went for that size because of the commitments and because of division of labor and oppressed way. Because our coastal authority are not different or creative to be able to deliver its policies to people. No? Now at that point, they're necessary. So
what is the outcomes? Outcomes, we're here.
Well,
it justifies such huge number of people in such sectors.
The outcomes are there. The coastal development has been working along the coast. If we call Northern Development Authority, or call North Formation, they are employing, putting together agriculture, those things are there. But the government on the side, 126 ministers, is a small part of the public sector, which is close to a million. So look, and I get the point, I see where you're going. So you look at the government side, ministers and also, and I've already explained to you, but there are bigger parts of the public sector. The public sector in Ghana, the public sector is the largest employer. And I get the point. So I can say a public sector.
What is the meaning of I will take care of the public purse when at the time the numbers or figures we know in the public sector is less than half what we have today? What is the meaning?
You're still confusing the ministerial numbers with the public sector.
To protect the national purse. If I am Mansa Musa, I'm working this studio, this station with 10 people, and you want to come and take that management job from the Don, and that you are going to take care of the past or the finances of this company. The Don was managing with 10 people. You come and you are managing with 25 people, and cash is now very difficult to come by. Then you say, oh, but
because of public sector,
there's too much waste.
No, I agree. But because of public sector, that is what I need to understand. You go back to President Rawlings' time. Hold on a second. You go back to President Rawlings' time. The public sector, I was a smaller. And then we are seen there. See, MPP are buying commitments to the people of Ghana. And you see
that. Public sector.
It is
okay. Look, someone is managing with 10.
Was it any better? Did the country move any forward?
So you want efficiency?
Okay. No. I'm asking a question. I'm asking a question. Was it any better? Did we move anywhere?
No, it wasn't better.
Is it not surprising that since 1980 we have stayed where we are? Because you're running with perhaps a smaller number of policies.
You get that tactics on me.
I
will get my point through.
That's fine. What your point through?
Obi managing with 10 people.
Yeah. Was the management better? Fine. What was the commitment to the people of Ghana?
No efficiency. You are going to bring efficiency. Then you come and increase the number of people.
But efficiency doesn't mean making people unemployed. That is what I need you to understand. Efficiency doesn't mean making people employed. Efficiency doesn't mean having a smaller government. No, that's not what efficiency means.
Efficiency means that the structure that allowed the whole society to go looking for dollar, to go and import. Efficiency means when you come that particular age, that structure will be adjusted so that chase for the dollar will come down.
The chase for the dollar, Mr. Musa, has got nothing to do with the size of the public sector.
No.
The chase for the dollar is based on demand and supply of goods in and out of the country.
You ask efficiency, and I'm saying you have to make things to be efficient.
I agree with you. So we need to go for efficient savings.
Yes.
But that has got nothing to do with.
You have made things worse. Your people have made things worse.
What I didn't mind was.
Therefore, my beautiful viewers, according to my manager, he says it's a commercial break. We'll be back soon.
Tap, and send. It's okay. Go. Let me speak to my people. Now, let me speak to you. I know the stress people go through when they want to send money from abroad to their family members and loved ones in Ghana and even Africa. See, if you are in the USA, if you are in London, UK, Canada, Europe, any part of the world, see, tap send has made it very easy. All you have to do is to tap and send. Within a twinkle of an eye, your money will be sent with no stress. It's very fast, convenient, and easy to access everywhere. What are you waiting for? Just tap and send. Download Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Send. It's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
Abrofosi Akwaba, any before to say welcome, and the other way around. Welcome back to Home TV, the home of truth, nothing but the truth. And today I am saying that deceit, which has become the very ugly side of politics. We have that deceit too much in Ghana or Ghanaian politics. Today, my guest, my visitor is none other than Mr. Kwaku Bimpe. I always spell his name as Kweku, and he has not been happy with me at all. So you should know that he spells his name Kwaku. That's K-W-A. Kwaku Bimpe. I like the Bimpe side. It's a strong name. But the Kwaku, I don't know. I can't swallow that. But anyway, that's his name. And my name is Mansa Musa. So Mr. Bimpe, we will go on to discuss more of economy, how your people have messed everything up. But let's stay with your election. I don't know, a bit of I will need my hot coffee later on. Next commercial break, I'll go for my coffee. Anyway, so let me ask you this, John Boadu, I thought the guy was solid. Mr. Ben Efson, the pollster, I'll say anybody who bet against John Boadu was just worrying themselves. He got it so wrong that when I pointed out to him, he even sent me some uncomplimentary few words. That is Ben Efson. Okay, can't say which but how did John Boadu fall like that? He didn't know that people didn't like him? Or is it that he didn't pay much more than the person somebody paid higher? Which is which? He didn't pay higher, say. Elections do throw up surprises. So election be throw up surprises. I mean, local elections, internal elections, a lot of people were tipping so I would have won the secretaryship, but on the day I lost by 5 votes. There were people that said they would vote for me. There were people that didn't vote, say they wouldn't vote for me, that voted for me on the day. My experience was the elections there. Say, but you can't be 100% certain until see a problem. There were people that would have assured JBC be on Betwamano. They wouldn't have, for whatever reason, someone during last minute.
and there would have been some even on the stadium no kwano make your mind up some be trauma no nti say me quote through elections that na wo kan say media ebia ka be but having been through an election myself no elections can be very surprising nti na you say even the chroma kra no posters still be getting it wrong exit poll David Cameron time about one more exit poll not just say labor for no win and so you talk about the way na conservatives for now win nti lessons they also issue free a lot of people have given reasons until JB lose here part of it is you talk about the last about two MPs they lose here and almost say in a falter from 169 to the 138 37 no and I think Zanuck may have played some part but those decisions and the loss of the MPs no I think had nothing to do with him per se. There were times on those increasing before or 5, and they reduced 169 from 105 also. And the election, the week or two about there are many. There are some who will see JFK as new, fresh, with new ideas, and some will admire that kind of vim and spirit, and therefore will go for JFK. But moving forward, elections are over. We want to reconcile and bring the coup together. And focus on the task ahead, which is winning 2024. And I'm 100% certain, sir. Even though JFK is not, JB is not around, I'm sure he will still continue to play a key role.
Who is JB?
JB Jombodu.
Kadini because as who use American terms like that. We are talking about some hip life artists.
So it's perhaps a difficult moment. I do empathize with him, having lost an election, having been there for a while, and the preference would have been saying Kobe winning, but elections and elections, and over election now you prepare and you plan. I'm 100% sure say he may have prepared either win or lose. So even though he's not there,
was it true that a lot of monies change hands?
Elections are more before. We would have seen Nema TV and go for the entire whole shoes and go for the entire whole other things. This time around, we didn't see much of that. And I'm saying, we didn't see, so it didn't happen. Even if it happened in Kwana, it happened on the back. And not there, any move to Senia in the previous elections, But those who understand,
a picture, video, be a buyer, John Boydo, a Santinia by you are kama be a ye can yin sankwa na or to Sikagundo so or to so I don't know so movie.
I think I saw one of those. They had gone to campaign over one of the constituencies and some budget so kakra and almost supporting. I mean, I know they are saying to me because they were freely doing that.
Coach, I'm fine. But between me no discuss along the whole son your man will as a part of bribery, people expecting gifts and arms and tokens, then I didn't want to say officially look, Sa culture group we I'm supporting you with maybe 20,000 cedis. So that official next say the tax man, the inland revenue van note that was so or kohano yisika see. But so got to sika Google just say always Uncle Baumia or digitization say cashless society. It's the be a cash in one ego. We are deceiving ourselves. Anyway, that's a topic for another day. But let's stay here. Sika semuno, sika chicheno. In general, what do you think we should do? I mean, I dare say your money to us, Anna.
Mansabusa, gift giving is allowed. It's not against the law. To say Kroma. Kroma say gift giving, and your culture. No. Say Ghana,
maybe say, Obi Krachosika, more than £5. You have to record.
You have to declare it. But those are donations that don't attract any taxes anyway. It's a charitable donation. It's a government and your culture. Banko Usika. But Ghana is a banka. You pay your tips, kakra. Those we've been around for a while. I get the point of money cash flying through the system. It may not be the only time I can afford to sika. But the bigger picture, and it's that if we're able to digitize the economy, Sunday money will go down. Eventually, in the end, the Chrome plastics need crying.
Yes.
So police chill, that's the £100 cash. and a £200 cash or bottom cry, they will question you so much.
Exactly.
Because they will suspect, oh, yeah, illegal activity.
Of course.
And by and large, the culture here has been said, we don't use cash, we phones, cards, and the idea, but that is the future. And that is why the MPP government have been committed to the digitization and the digitization agenda. You go to Koso, so buying public services efficiency and is to digitize some of the systems here. Passport office, digitize here.
Yeah.
We're making zero savings for
I don't want us to go into that too much.
It's okay, but it's good to mention some of those. Those are games that government made for Ghanaians. We can't forget
we'll come to those things. All those things have their, at least, they are positives, at least on paper, and some few kind of saying challenges when it's being implemented. But we'll come there. Elections, Obiti say, Helen, Helen, I call Good Morning Ghana. Good Morning Ghana or Randia show so. A woman, Helen Bibisa. Modia no friend Helen. Nenia din Kamaya on a Joyce Muktari and a Mufesi. And she wanted to be the women organizer. Someone who sits on television almost once or twice every week. The narratives and also the contribution, the comments, very solid. So in a way, because of that program, like I say, she's been exposed all the time.
Yeah.
She competed with somebody like Kate Jefua, a person who is, it's on records that her excavators were bent or seized or damaged or destroyed because of some illegal activities allegedly she was involved. And yet, this Kate Jefua won massively. And this Helen girl got 9 votes. What sort of society is that?
I'm always on TV and I'm always on radio talking for the party. Then I should be party chairman. When it comes to party elections, there are different factions within the party.
It's all about the money you give, isn't it?
It's not so much about money. It perhaps something to do with money and the support and comfort perceives warm. Don't forget, Honorable Kate has been a women's organizer for a while. She has her links, she has her groups, she has her support.
No, they are led criminality. London, and there are certain culture now say way of doing things. Papa, you feel say we are adopting it. How come so be a fan said Kroma politician be a in certain not on to me winning hands down. It is I don't get it.
But this is democracy, and democracy is election by the people, and it doesn't matter what you are, what you've done. So people don't want you in to Abamawa. There's nothing anybody can do, regardless of what you've done. And as far as the rules allow anybody to stand, as far as the rule allows the people to stand, if the people of Ghana, if the people in this constituency, if the delegates who are voting say, Mami won your penna, there's nothing we can do. We can sit here and have an argument. It may take a constitutional amendment to change what is the problem, unless you can identify part of the rules which needs changing.
Right, before I go on, Citizen O2 also fire away champion MPP UK branch communication director Citizen O2.
Honorable Secretary.
Oh, your secretary?
Yeah, secretary.
Yes, I know. Oba Equia Edu Chumwa, or educate them, Kweku, yo. Sorry about that.
I can't see the comments though.
Edward Champ, Japan. Or say it serves John Boydu right. It's a payback to his arrogance. Next time he will respect the delegate. Yo. Kofi Akosa will say, well done, senior. I don't know who is the senior, either me or I don't know. Of course, not me. Nana Kwame will say, Mr. Kwaku, I salute you, well done. Anyway, so keep coming, and keep sharing it, and still keep on with you. Look, let's move from your election and into the main economy. Do we all accept that Ghana's economy as we speak, irrespective of the reasons Irrespective of
The reasons that you don't want to hear.
No, irrespective of whatever has created that, do we all accept that it's in a mess? Our economy is in a mess.
The economy has challenges. Yes.
Its economy is in a mess.
The economy has challenges, just like any other economy in the world.
Look, every economy.
Just like any other economy in the world.
Every other time on this planet, listen, every economy has its challenges.
Absolutely.
I'm asking specifically, is our economy in a mess?
The economy has its challenges. That's what I've said.
It's not in a mess.
You can use the word mess if you like, but I think the economy is in a challenge.
No, challenges. Look, people who have surplus, still it's a challenge. Look, China is growing, I think 0.9% something, and they say it's the lowest, so it's a challenge. That is a difference. It's not the economy is not a mess in China. I'm asking, our Ghana economy now is in a mess, isn't it?
Well, if China was growing at 10-12% for some time, and now China is growing at 0.something percent.
It's not zero.
So, somebody, well, if it is 1 point something, I don't know the figures to be honest. Somebody can describe that as a mess. So anyone can pick and choose a word to use for it.
Somebody describe China.
But
whoever describe China's economy as a mess, you rather.
No, the UK economy is in a mess.
I'm asking you Ghana's economy.
The UK economy is in a mess.
No, I'm not. I'm not talking about you.
So we have challenges, Mansabusa.
UK economy is not in a mess. You know, it's not in.
Now let me make this narrative to you.
Look, they have the cash component too. Our executive don't have the cash component.
Cash in for here, UK for cash in for here. They borrow the money.
You see, whatever.
They borrow the money.
They are talking about Ghana, I say UK. Listen.
I'm using because yet.
You tell me that it's not in a mess. Is Ghana's economy not in a mess?
We have a challenge. We have a serious challenge.
It's not in a mess.
I wouldn't describe it as messy. We have a challenge. But the reason I say that is, I'm driving. Midruha, 2 o'clock. I started program at 2 o'clock. Okay? I'm coming straight down. Maybe I know, minimum traffic busy or cancel. Minimum say a quantum do be near so I say. Unfortunately, we do Central London, no. A quantum so I say. Maybe I'm a country, I fat Blackwater tunnel, mean forward high tunnel, may fast Central London. No, my phone. Maybe do Central London, no. Piper best, you're close to Quino. I have no option but to go either Blackwall or Rotherham. And until maybe do Hannes says maybe the 2, no. Maybe do have 3. Maybe I don't know. Some may try and track channel, say, me has something for Blackwall and I'm a foul. It won't pay studio have you. This is what the analysis you're making, it means so. See, the economy, no, before the COVID, was growing very healthy. It was moving on. At one point, we were the fastest growing economy, one of the fastest growing economies. 7% we were growing. And if it had continued for some time, sir, we would have been elsewhere because that 7% growth, you're looking at an excess of $60 billion a year and a day by 7% to Susania Kano. Unfortunately, and we've had to deal with the issues from the COVID, the challenges from the COVID. And we've had to deal with the issues from the spillover from the war in the Ukraine. And they are affected bits of the economy, particularly when it comes to trade. Because the kind of international trade, foreign trade, imports, exports, and are affected. All of a sudden, we have to do it, we have to chew the hamon part and do it because that seems to be the only way out. Because we're going to end up in a much worse place.
Also, me start here.
So,
irrespective of the reasons, I'm only asking you, do you agree that our economy is in a mess?
Yeah, but I've already answered that question, man. So we need to move on. I've told you we have challenges.
No, challenges is everywhere. The whole world, everyone has challenges. Ours is in a mess.
But the use of
you disagreeing that it's not in a mess?
The use of the word mess is relative. You can choose to describe it as mess. That's fine. I say it's a challenge.
You tell me that I'm wrong.
But don't force me to accept your definition.
I'm not wrong to say that it's in a mess.
But you're forcing me to accept your definition, which I'm not going to do because I think we have a challenge.
I'm only saying that. Are you saying?
But the most interesting part.
If I'm wrong, tell me.
The most interesting part is the fact that as it is now. We know, say, as I've already done some comparisons.
Just to clear the message, because the reason why I'm saying all this, the reason why I'm talking about the rest and the rest and the rest. First, we heard something like Ghana's reserve is depleted. Then that has turned out to be a lie. It has turned out that it's not true.
Why is it not true?
I will explain that. Then we heard this Bloomberg saying that Ghana is ranked second. The countries to go bankrupt.
Default.
Then we have, what do we call it? Okay, let me be quick because some of these things they are hidden somewhere. according to observers, the Bank of Ghana released some cooked figures. Then later it came and said $3 billion Bank of Ghana foreign reserve figure was an error. Then we have this situation where MPs from Ashanti region telling Akufo-Addo, they met Akufo-Addo, he said, our constituents losing trust in government, MPs to Akufo-Addo. You see, you add all these things, the whole thing is in a mess. Not only the economy, but it's a mess.
Musa, if you're here thinking, say, MPP need BR support Abana, then you're making a big mistake. If you hear thinking, say, Ghana need BR support Abana, you're making a big mistake. People have their own minds. So, BR one journey, and it will be up at any point in time. So, international reserve, I would say, call for me, I would say, call for me. We maintain, say, a very simple analysis. Say, international reserve is in dollars. At the time, you're building up. Prior to COVID, maybe exchange rates 1 to 8. Now, no exchange rates 1 to 9, 1 to 10. It means Ghana when a swati in nominal terms, a swati. I don't mean who need to be say and I mean these are common sense discussions and arguments.
I haven't heard the latest.
What's the latest?
The finance ministry sent figures to the parliament to make parliament aware that. Our forest reserve
was going down
from 9 billion to 3 billion, which was rather, it was that serious. So, based on that, even the opposition, who recently said they don't want to support any loans and everything, they quickly agreed for this 750 or so million
loan. Yeah.
Then after the agreement has come, the figures we gave as 3 billion is not true. It was a mistake. It was high. That means the parliament has been lied to in order to gain the loan. Then later come and tell us the truth. And that has been the hallmark of this government. That every time they go to IMF and other places, they give them different figures. But in parliament to Ghanaians, they give us different figures. This is not the proper way to run it.
So how many parliamentarians in parliament? And how many of them are MPP and NDC? We're almost tired. There's only one that kind of goes away. So if the finance minister tabled an amendment or a loan and it's been agreed to, more kind of document. Don't forget that it would have gone to the finance committee of parliament before.
Yes. Yeah,
so are you saying, sir, even at that point?
And based on what they were told, the situation was so acute, they didn't want the country to default. So
absolutely,
if they'd known that now, the figures are not quite bad, then maybe they would have had a different situation.
But then they're doing the Ghanaians a disservice in that case, because then it's their responsibility to look into before they approve it.
Okay, fair enough.
And there's nothing we can do about that.
Why will the ministry, the finance ministry, why wouldn't they be trusted? Why can't we trust them to provide the right figures, the right answers, the right situations? Why do they have to lie?
Who doesn't trust the finance ministry?
No, we don't trust
Who
them.
doesn't? That got to do with efficiency?
Like this man will say, Captain Smart, boom, 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 boom.
How is that going to do with efficiency? About my bonus saying, I buy a bar so finance ministry or bar so commitments I want to make it to Ghanaians. I want my reserve from 3 imports covered to 5. I want my economy grow. Well, one my any money be braced, Kasemu. It was okay until we were hit by this pandemic. How can you say, I don't understand that.
It was okay.
Why is it that?
2019, I bought for more about 40 people to go and look into why the city was depreciating so much.
Okay.
Wasn't that okay?
And what was the problem with that?
Exactly.
What's the problem with that?
We couldn't even solve it before even 2020 came in and we had all these problems. So, no. You are trying to say it was okay as if it was okay. It wasn't. different.
But see,
it was dire.
Again, you're making a fundamental mistake.
It was dire.
You're making a fundamental mistake because you're equating the depreciation of the city to the economy. It's just a small portion of the economy. It's not the whole economy.
See, if you tell me that,
I don't know how depreciation of the city is only one part of the economy. But that's not what I'm saying. No.
And there's that time depreciation, and then the depreciation in my fan council.
That's not what I said. That's not what I'm saying.
What are you saying?
I'm telling you, sir, do not equate the whole economy to the depreciation of the city because they're only one part.
You are not here to defend any.
I'm trying to explain. I'm trying to explain.
You are defending all the irregularities.
Oh no. I'm I hate to come across that way, but I can't
You are coming across that way.
I can't sit
you are
here
defending every rot that is happening, and a lot of rot is happening.
I can't sit on your show and accept, say, what Tehaman Samusa as a host, when you have your viewers, a lot of people are listening to you, you are equating the Ghanaian economy to the city depreciation. I can't accept that because that is flawed. It's academically incorrect. Because the depreciation of the city is part.
On buy and sell, and the buying is always coming from Europe, abroad. I mean, not Europe, but outside Ghana. And so, if the city is weak, it affects the economy big time.
So you say there's no buying going on in Ghana? Is that what you're saying?
Oh, I'm asking you. There is, but I'm saying, look, the reason why Bank of Ghana now they are all this trouble is because, look, they always have to make dollar available for trading, and it's becoming a problem. So when the city is running that weak, it affects the overall performance of the economy. Are you trying to say that is not so? It isn't right, my assessment?
It's 100% right.
Thank you.
But what you've said now is not what you said before. What you said before is not what you've said now.
I thought,
and
if I knew, okay, let me say this. I know you won't be angry, I know you will.
What?
But if I knew I was talking to, let's say, a nursery or class 1 or P6 guy, then I would have said this from the beginning. But because I thought I was speaking to you, you wouldn't expect a full, a layman's understanding or explanation for you to understand.
Part of your trade, foreign. Part of your trade, local. Part of your debt, local. Part of your debt, foreign. And you know, any country that's growing, you want to focus on international trade, particularly exports. So, ultimately, exports cost as a country. You know, eventually your city strengthens because you're getting more of the foreign currency, and you don't have to perhaps change so much.
When you make your exports.
Yes, exports it's a target for every government and every economy to achieve. So, to me, exporting more of your products you're going to be a good economy. And at some point, you know, you buy this, I buy. For the first time, we were a net exporter. You didn't see that. And the American Finance Ministry, who is economy, say, buying a bus or a share, they are 2.1. You to be a net exporter. It's brilliant, it's fantastic. But as I said before, I accept there are challenges for the economy. We have more of the trade, we're doing some imports. In Abani in his wisdom, no crown try say, Nimana import to the brain, rice, and they were part of the planting of food and jobs response and policy response.
It all comes down to one point.
Which
it comes down to one person, one very good human being. I will talk about him. Let me go on to the Ahoma and listen to somebody who wants to say.
Okay.
Someone wants to talk to us. Hello, good afternoon. Akwaba.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, Akwaba.
Good afternoon, Mama. We are Pelikoku.
Oh, Pelikoku, and you also.
This old panelist, no. Mejodo.
Yeah, Pelikoku. Yeah,
one day. What drives the economy? You have been talking about economy. What drives the economy?
Right. Into Pelikoku wants to know from all of us, especially you, what drives the economy. In fact, before Pelikoku came in, it's like telepathic. I didn't know he was good, but he's a Nkrumah boy, old Nkrumah boy.
One of your crew.
It is the Nkrumah perspective that I wanted to mention. That Osagyefo knew that we Ghanaians would like trading, right? Osagyefo knew. So we like trading. And those days, we'll say UAC, and all those people were trading. But Osajifo had the foresight that before you trade, you've got to produce. So instead of buy and sell, Osajifo brought in produce, buy and sell. We don't produce anything, we only buy and sell. Anyway, let me leave that one and let you answer.
So,
question.
Osajifo was my okay. Buy and produce idea, and it was a fantastic idea. I'm going to link it to that in a second. But Osajifo time, it's on record. I think about 100 companies are through us are buying and sell produce, or creating at time. But you the economy, there are different parts of the economy. So we have the manufacturing side. In fact, what really drives is manufacturing. So we share countries with Braco Minima. They want to encourage manufacturing. While we are near now, I export to produce and export.
To produce something.
Manufacturing no make it to be mechanical, technical. No. Produce, whether it's food items, whether it's clothing, whatever. Produce.
So the economy has been reliant on primary products, raw materials, raw in its form.
Yeah.
And no, for a long time, a kahona yet to be taken off because we haven't been able to build the systems even to produce to near exporting. The NPP policy response to that is to create that one district, one factory. That policy at buy, And it's about 230 factories are only in different forms. It be a supported, it be a fresh. So we compare, it's an awesome policy. It's a fantastic policy because through our history in Ghana, we see that. In Kuma time now, was about 100. It's the economy that drive it. The fact that 230 companies have been created or revitalized to produce, and America BC, that is the first time a BSc. But you're right. Any government be able to focus you on manufacturing and export, comparable to all the developed countries, the economy do really well. Because you export here, you earn foreign exchange. And whenever you earn foreign exchange, I will see I'll
have a question on thinking that you have 200 factories and that. But hello, welcome. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Malcolm Musa. I'm coming to make a crowd day also. Mamencia.
But your body na e huni pakro.
Watch your Malcolm Musa.
Let watch yanko.
Now, your friend say, Malcolm Musa, one said that ye can't answer me. Can say yes, yes. Well, mine went down one, and which are bad is here. Ye can watch them. What kind of more ancient and Tiazian? I find you say I would give book. Maybe say a bonia, a fee own because so I buy a back. That's what I get to say. Yanni, I am problem. My own home. They be virtually especially. You see the depreciation. No one has a phone problem. Actually, say the kind of the money. Echo funny my edeba. And looking at our problem, they be on a day or so. Ain't ya buying what woman is sick? Shim, elbow bone call for but they are Yanga one district, one factory. Send your buyer and you might be dry your farmer or look off a banum and so on. So that's it. Ain't in a sort of fire, Bribiano, yes, yan dollar you been ya because $6 means you didn't know anymore. Ya the call Ecudiga. Ain't it a woman? What one is a own carbon, 10 hour of family infra tema. No moment call for me to me bow me. Ever could be $6. The bomb made my more talk baby out. A go to the piano pressure and the music and the Suntia to what is car. Pressure about Suntina, we see you on better now unless a year can. Namco that doesn't buy. Ya let me got the Yanka current while. Because I buy a back when you answer, we answer. And almost what was no more year, you never see any beverage. You may for the Juba. You may for the human. Send your bear. Ya man, young carbon think of an man. And man will be a ye big said ye. Nana no by the near no ya. One young friend will be to move many sicker. And what the ashes of our project will mean more. Also, Tinano. We said you want to catch off a China to one. When we think on your foreign international money, young Fanco baby and could be guide $5 and pounds in euros. Now, so China for what was said foreign reserve where dollars or more building one. And you had to get what? And on the IMF, or money where bank you might think or more China, Papa Jessica. A pack of bomb was here, Mobino was the program about almost one. We move Jessica, Eddie share world economy more. Says that's one. Ain't ya buy many my way and Mr. Million say and your bonny dear. Asiani Dunuma Asha that's it that publish your best I have buying one said they come out on go what you say when you be there when you be there now so they are buying the book Munua and she say air for one this one for 10 you can't say as if I hear fruit juice and the UK near union US union you say yeah one the market and airport now we are by reba there's a buyer by a monobuy then our community if you go so not at the exchange rate, not the on the side of the exchange. I'm buying a day, maybe I'm born for some of the inflow. Yani a man born in we woman and a baby about movie follow. And on that, and go home so am I with this account? Will you say, yeah, I'm born in on a month again? Yeah, come with me in answer or my man. Yeah, so let me just say I'm not born in and this is called by BP and where better about the Kadi, one there cost me more money in us one day. Community say Bonnie Bia will say there. Jomahama Beja 3.5% Ghana growth rate and Kwana Yadia Banwa. One almost I am for to COVID and because how much it is COVID.
Yeah, that's
18 minutes of Bonnie Bia in the what's a
okay, you. Anyway, Japan say dreaming of breaking the age. MPP must think deeply about Japan, the man of the moment. Okay, I will come to that. But you see, sir, one district, one factory, a mantra, but the last report, Auditor General, the tax returns, what you people are saying doesn't reflect, it hasn't shown in the tax returns. Senkamo produces so much factories there, Afanipa Bebra, and tax returns, ebe show nothing of that nature. Is shown anywhere. It will be didn't draw somewhere. Secondly, Mama Wakasa. Secondly, you can't a Juma, a producer, Sikamo Milo heavy. Now, who can have 200 and grab more? I also say Juma. One is the trouble gas, the second is thermoport expansion. Say, me a lupano, a cover, one destroy because the volume of work and also employment and trouble any tema because tema port you can compare it to any international seaport passing as your and discover break the same with Atuabogas. And this they reflect in the revenue instrument and also the revenue portals of a friend saying the economics that the reflection is there. It is captured. It is locked in the say maybe another 1,000 or so people. Your friend saying employment and I say job. Your friend saying capacity. It has increased by that. This one district, it is not reflecting anywhere. It is somebody is lying somewhere. Somebody is lying.
Well, I like the fact, and I like the fact that perhaps for once I may have to agree with some of the lack of transparency. What reflection I will do. We have a huge challenge, as I've already said. I mean, I was shocked to see, say, Ghana and United tax was 2 million as of last year or so, and we've never known how many people are paying tax. So are you telling me that all these years our governments have been in Ghana, no tax receipts in way till now my MPB bazu ye ka say nipa 2 million tin e pese sasa dey.
Tax side put the factory can say. Nipa no a we create almost over 200 new factories,
If you let me land, I'll address that.
Returns, should reflect, should show that
you didn't let me land. Let me land. I'll address that. Let me land.
It's only a problem.
So I mean maybe studio high. You seem to use the word lie a lot.
Okay, maybe I
you seem to use the, and I think personally for you,
correct me, I wouldn't use
your own perception.
Also, because maybe someone is lying. That one I can use. Maybe it will be in someone definitely is a liar. I haven't said.
I've already given a comparison about some bahano. And maybe Rebecca Onya where unim. Wow, Tia Montano, because it will be true. But any money is in an will be true. But I don't agree, say, Nina intro. I am concerned, says in our tax receipts and reflect. Because Ghana's local revenue, we have a serious local revenue mobilization issue. And then they may have loan come because our expenditure and income doesn't match up. In the NPP are buying own wisdom. NAC digitize systems. Part of it, any Ghana card to ensure say you know anybody will be at and sometimes when the policies know it take some time as an kick in 100%. But now we know say Ghana there's about 13-14 million people are eligible to work. We know say there are 2.4 million paying taxes. So then the plan, as you know, as the GRA has been given more power, as a fan call for NAPCO for be collect revenue Ghana, this can be buying. Eventually, with time, all these I'm sure 100% will be captured under the tax receipts. But I agree with you, it's quite a worrying trend. Say all these factors, in fact, many figures will have to back that up. Say 230 factors, tax on training and no many be. But then before I had 230 factors there were 1.8 million people and they pay tax with fear. Think about this. And I buy the chentro and I gonna for the chentro and I say true channel idea and what part of your behavior you need to manage it.
That figure will say just about 2 million because apart from the official direct taxes not government, almost Ghana the school ni kurampo ntua tax or Ghana tax. Indirect taxes, baby. Oh, and you say you could try the tax out of so. And you will be brave. 90
business now
to what's mommy? To what? Sir, a factory assembly. I want us to prove that maybe person will prove say and you know credit has been provided say we are buying with creative factories. Because what I'm saying is before the so-called over 200 new factories in Mbayano, we have some tax returns. So say Nipano I create so much factories and let's just say workers are dozen. Now some workers now are dozen does not reflect, it does not show on in the tax returns official internet just say a jumanu wahi and one me problem so na me make what you must say.
But I don't agree with you. But I don't agree with you.
I know you agree. Hello.
Hello, Master Musa.
Hey, Kired Wedi.
Hello.
Yanko.
Me mamuni ajuma one NPP UK around communicator. Me mamuni ajuma.
Oh, sweaty man.
Obomodin say obetrim said there on so onimuno. Na niama mafre NPP ni bia offer sisi ya offer no boache no. Na o defend this nhihye na na do aban de agu akwemu no emu bie ni hɔ I mean emwa na opeso kire se ni nyina eye ni nyina eboa na eno na me kire madwen se so ka se ni nyina ya me nso me ne nya adwen esan se nia ono bobo so no de office ye but me from nia me hu se enye na emwa ya ni nyina eka ho ama yen economy no abedru ba bi adrei ene se ye wo adisunyafo a wɔn ankasa atiti wɔn bɔ wire mu wɔn awofo na wɔn ahwɛfo ahwɛ wɔn na wɔn wie sukuu a wɔn nyɛ adwuma nyɛ na aban bi aba a ɔno deɛ ɔse saafoɔ no ɔnhwɛ wɔn adwuma yɛ no nyɛ pɛyɛ na mmom wɔn a wɔn ɛkɔ sukuu a wɔn awofo koraa betumi atua wɔn school fees na mpo sɛ binom wɔ hɔ wɔn awofo ntua a mpanyin kasɛm bi sɛ mo a ɛkɔ didie ma yɛ anke nka bi ngum nanso abenja wona ɛpɛ dwuma no hɔ na ɔde ɔman no sika ɛhwɛ adesuafo a emprempre obi ewie sukuru kura yɛnhu adwuma a ɔbɛyɛ no ɛno no ɛnyɛ nhyehyɛ pa sabre ɔha yɛwɔ mu a yɛn sika sɛm mene yɛn na nia ehia aban bi ɛyɛ nanado aban ne sɛ onfa ɔman no sika enkosi national cathedral wabra yehia factories a ɛwɔ se yɛma emebuna ɛpɛ dwumayɛ enya dwumayɛ na ɛno no yɛn concentrate ne yɛde ɔman no sika ekosi cathedral no saa nhyehyɛ no ɛmoa ɔman no ne mpuntuo ne nkɔsoɔ afei na onua kɔkɔ bi mpɛ ka sɛm bi sesia about vice president na muntu a wɔtuo ne afrɛ no dai Ghana card sese abɛyɛ issue yi mɛsrɛ kɔkɔ bi mpɛ on the omuke bi isan sɛ ɔmo card bearing members sɛ ɔmo kan na Dr. Baumia obetia ɔma ne kasa no emra fam kakra isan sɛ ɔya kasa dodo kane na ye nyina wa wrehyimu wonimu nanso ne kasa tintin no pii wɔ hɔ a sɛnia mansamu sa ka oyuso liars ne ade no ya mana ye nkontomponi metimi akotini nsɛm bɛ sɛ miɛnsa sɛ nan a memfɛn sɛ mo prɛ oka sɛ ɔbaayɛ no wachi dora no ɛde na to prison atunu pum de ne de safo akoma IGP eni dollar no da so da prison na oka sɛ Ghana anka enhia se yɛbɛkɔ kakɔfrɛ sika foforo biara na anka yɛde akɔyɛ kwan yɛn to boot sika yɛgye nko a no ebetimi asɛbese yɛ kwan eni to boot ni gye kora no obi sɔre a prekopɛ nsusu yɛ ne si yɛntwam mpaniampa na na do ne NPP aban ɔmotwam hwɛ na nsen a Kumasi Almighty Asante region ya the backbone of NPP ya sɛ Asante region nye ɔmo nko an to amba NPP de beto ɔmo ankasa nim ɔmo su interchanges eba nanado Asantini bia na se menka ne Asante region anko bisa NPP aban se omumeye interchange ema womo nanado ne na bana ne hu se Asante man to be precise Kumasi nso hia interchanges ne bi o promise ye ebesi ne ba kokora no omo nhyaase quite recently just last week Swami to macro ya womo ade grade ko twakwa no so womo ebe grade no foforo no womo ja to ho chairman sako Kumasi na Swami mazifo bonu tutuo ye nyina no eyanimsem na vice president uko gina baby sa wo kasa kire o man no a wo say Ghana card ya wa ya yenimse beboa entutue bebre na o kan sisu pi se wo de ye ma 1000 interchanges a ube choose Ghana card choose interchange na sambe na opesa o ka kire Kumasi man any Ghana man nyina
sambe na opesa o kasa kire o ka kire Kumasi listen
enti wo mo kan kire na vice president ne kasa no tone ne down na o yama ne kasa no ama ono ankasa no wasoa ne man akobo ne fi yase man se musa
me dase
me mamuni aduma
yo right enti no Yentua Yenkomono. What has happened to E11? So E11, the idea was that Ghana for Peninsula, now E11. Meanwhile, I remember saying that this will create more hardship for Ghanaians. And I also said this will create more inflation. Okay. Hello, afternoon.
Yeah, hello.
Good afternoon. Why you?
Good afternoon. Patricia Fremi Osewusu. You're from Citizen.
Mr. Citizen Osewusu. That's
yeah.
A long while.
Yeah, Massam.
Take it away.
What's that?
Me say, get on with your message. Like we are all ears and we are all yours.
Oh, okay. Master Musa Michiao. Na Michia, the director. So, oh yeah, Adjumana na oh yeah. Na ansana me koma Samson. Yeah, understandable. Ghana for we expect so much. Regardless of leader Biana, we have the right to expect. That I would do expectation also at to chain, not what be sound who say. Men so then na me ye dia boa na me expectation me woma aban no ebeba so na atinya baso me kan sa na me ka in relation to obia we Ghana ni bia every Ghanaian everywhere. So we a journalist, are you speaking the truth? So we a lawyer, are you speaking the truth? So we a politician, are you speaking the truth? the truth I'm talking about, and they say, yes, Ghana is not as we expect it to be. But sometimes it's good not to compare. Sometimes also it's good to compare. Ghana yedin, Ajuma niho. Ajuma ben na ewo ho a ebia obi ba ya wan manage ni ye ama Ajuma no Africa. Can you
we are secretary on.
Can you let me finish?
No. Sir, oh, sorry.
I'm still a communicator. I don't hold any position apart from communication.
Because I wanted your official status so that I can give you more time. Don't worry about it. Look,
I'm an MPP official communicator.
People say question. We may say our economy is in a mess. Do you also agree or disagree?
Mansa Musa, if you give me time, basically I'm building on the same point.
Okay.
So if you allow me, I will land exactly where you want me to land.
We have some about 10 minutes left, so my time we director and the time anyway, to us.
Okay. One compenswa. How will you know? I am pagana yedi San Americano. A man for Pajuma ye. A man for Pisca, Edia yet near on Pesa Omode. Yembisa who say, Andra na njuma bi wo ho na politician bi ba na government bi ba ye na wa ba be guna na se na ebi ni ho government no ba ye odi bi aba be ka ho. We a journalist, you must be able to do this assessment. Sa factory ba kukura ni ho na one regime aba. Na or the more factories aba 100 and over 60 something operational. Afagana for. And it's 160 something anywhere. Currently, among four now, I walk on Omuyedman and Omubeden, it's not enough. We want more. But Yembisa and Dra not a biwo. And no be by a wababa say no one pian Fabian Kawana, and maybe Nihokra or buy or the 160 something about the We a journalist, what transna we analysis now you want to be fair to Ghanaians. I was said with me, I can't win now. But it's understandable.
As someone who can just you are throwing a question indirectly.
No, I didn't throw a question. I made a statement.
Who said about this? I don't believe that those factories exist.
Well, easily. You see, that is the point. Is with the hoster. If you don't know, you don't know.
Well, you don't believe the point. I'm saying. I don't
because you don't believe because you don't research. Master Musa, someone researching now you want to be fair to Ghanaians, and that's why I said so. We are Ghanaian, wherever you are, every Ghanaian, everywhere.
You have not been listening. Look, I asked Kwekubimpe the same question. If that what Kwekubimpe said about 200, now you say about 160. If these new 160 factories exist, they have been made operational. The income tax should reflect in the GRA books. So, first, companies, okay, now factories, 160, because 160, say, Bakubia 500 crown, the emphasis we about, let's say, 5,000 people. So, new tax receipt of 5,000 people, because that doesn't exist. But where are you going to tell me, sir? Where are those jobs?
Master Musa, I protect your hostility. Honestly, a speaker belonging to the NDC, Ebekasa Sisiami, who how silent will remain for him to make his point.
NDC ni biama how?
NDC ni abaho.
NDC ni biama.
He might not hold any position, but obviously he's an NDC person.
King Edward. He's on record on saying that. He's on record on saying that the MPP Chani Fruma.
It doesn't matter.
For about 15 seconds.
It doesn't matter. But everyone
is a CP.
No, but
the way I'm going
let him finish. Otherwise, people can't hear.
You see why I said Mansa Musa is a hostile. You are a hostile host. But you say we are NDC and for that matter you are arguing for name say your Babisia was a hostile. Your Babisia NDC.
No, we the point.
So what you say? my young who say you argue for NDC, Babeshia was a host. Near who said you be share NDC host. Are you
where we?
Because the interruption is too much, the hostility is too much as a host. My making the point.
Make your point.
So the point I'm making is that and until I make a question, so we are journalists that you don't believe the operational word. It doesn't matter whatever figure what I quote. The operational word I used was about. It could be less, it could be more. So if you care to know, that's why I said about. I was not specific. I said about. It could be less, it could be more. So we see believe. It means that 1 year of research. And then the director of communication about the transfer. Now me making the point now. See, you don't believe. It means you don't know. But be a one. Look, I'm saying, say, economically we are not there. Economically, Ghana everywhere but let's restrict yourself to Ghana. Ghana under MPP and then under Nana Akufo-Addo is still better than NDC. After all, fuel is there on the market to buy. Gas is there in the market to buy. Under NDC, there was no world challenge, nothing. But you couldn't even get any of these products to buy. We are all hoping for the best. And I think, say, MPP is the only party to deliver Ghana from whatever current challenges are. Yeah, common. Into Obianya, we a host, Master Musa Ubetnasia, Manokrania Juma.
Yo.
Me as a communicator, me Babetnasia, Mema Nokraya Juma, me take his size because me, you know. The radio hosts and whatever are seen as neutral arbiters, and I think some any respect and any trust that you must remain as such. Would you be better radio? So now some person would declare who say me NDC may host to and speak for NDC. My young son a back near who said but who hinter behind being a host. Now we are so hostile to the other side of the political divider. It's not fair. May I say
you. Unfortunately, you'll be afraid he's not been listening to the conversation. He has his own prejudice about me, but that is the beauty of the game. Because already, like I said, if a binary creating all these jobs are, it should reflect in the tax revenues. For instance, Obinmusi or a 12 gas, fine. A 12 gas, you know, yes, how many people are they employing? No, because they are 300, 400, 500. It shows in the tax returns. And you know, until say, Obibe provide chairman say, some new factories na Akufo-Addo buying a crate, you know. A crate, this is the new amount of money and then we are talking. But just to talk about it, that's a make us I don't believe it is my prerogative. I don't believe it. Yeah. You prove me. Prove said and
but it's not fair.
Where your money is going, I won't take it seriously.
I get the point that there are challenges with the tax collection receipts, but you know some of these new companies are giving tax exemptions. Because companies starting for fraud.
Are paid, you know. Company, no, and corporate taxes.
Yeah. But I mean, we're having this argument in vacuum because only figures how many figures were, so we don't have
anyway, that's a problem in Ghana. Parliament, there's no way I can say, look, this new 1D 1F no has provided or has brought in 10,000 new employees. It hasn't. There's nowhere, no figure showing that. If there is, then yes, we are talking to something.
There is a figure.
Until that comes in, you know, nobody, I'm not convinced. That is my anyway.
But about you're playing devil's advocate in a way because
if you could, it's a
you're playing devil's advocate.
You know, this in it, questions, but anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, if I way back, also count now. Just a minute now. Hello.
Manzo.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Mata baby. Asam na wo kano. The internet is media America. The internet is tax returns ya oze. Wo kaso wo si ehunu no. A wo de ato abode example. Den na hu se wo entino ikonti factory juice no mo na so fo nyina. Yeah, Cata, Aban, Intian or Krana, and you, Jumana, and not a little what that.
Watch it.
The patch on Iman is that. Patch on.
All right, fine. What do you fan say? Yamuka Yellow Cream, Yellow Cream. It will come to pass. Don't worry. Listen, what do you fan say? Me, a true stubborn, Matthias here. Mr. Pimpe, Yanko and Comonso crack and E-levy, one I was thinking E-levy, let's sort to a Tamka Indian Papa. Afi E-levy so by a Stella IMF. IMF is what I say no, Mahama Koe, oh, Nanya, Omabon, Omudim Cree, any pay any Miasa, and your Munia, after the IMF near nice, so a credit, oh, we'll come back stronger. If people are just using words, deceit, more that kind of thing, yes, sir.
Well, again, you know, when you use those words, that's exactly what people listening to us and watching us will think.
Yes.
That you're taking an entrenched position, deceit, lies. I mean, they can't catch that. So maybe hey, because we something for black wall, na me first central, and I do a pipe, and I'm saying me far black wall. Now I got them say bedu had my try to my happy man. It doesn't make any sense. Nonsense being said. Yeah, can see
about 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, can see
It's about even less than 3 weeks ago.
From the time
we are not. The economy is strong enough. We are not going to go to IMF. And until what has changed within that short space of time.
True.
Because you people are using words to undermine the intelligence of Ghanaians.
You can see IMF. Now, so what E-levy policy documents now? E-levy policy documents in itself, you know, I can say in the immediate months after the introduction of the policy, you know, revenues will go down, but they expect it in the long term to pick up. What I say, senior. And say policy in Ankasa. I respect it. I recognize it. In fact, any policy implementation be at the beginning, no, you have your ups and downs, you have your challenges. Anything that you evaluation and feedback, the way you show they improve. The next time I'll be tricky policy. This is public policy cycle. With the E-levy, you know, that was quite clear. I know the revenues that was expected was less by I think about 10% or so. It wasn't designed. See, it's been revenue now, and perhaps a reduce to an answer can stop here by no, but you know some of the attitude we've experienced or seen from this introduction of E-levy.
Just quickly in conversation. What's the E-levy Nakasa no, and also a creative your friend saying a creative huge inflation. So what is that?
Well, we have arguments. You have your arguments for that, and I don't mind listening to you on that. But if you let me make a point, say E-levy no share. There were big merchant houses. I know they don't charge E-levy. And I think that is what the government, I read a document, said they were looking at the fact that our houses, you know, perhaps they should bring them back into the transaction. Because all of a sudden, you know, small merchants, more transfers carrying this kind of akoto casino. And to reduce the transaction frequency volumes now, and in addition to Binum, NTSA and transfer beam, they rather carry the cash. But in my experience, you know, I have never seen a policy that's been introduced either in Abuja or in anywhere else. Any problem initially. You started VAT. You did machine CC bars, it had so many problems.
Yes.
You started the banking card system, card at the bar. It had so many problems.
Yes.
And even now, with Abuja as sophisticated and complex as they are, no, there are billions of pounds through the banking system. Even though they are
concept to know Jim Crofosika because you are no chroma and not from your dime never be fee eBay. What they do is what you pay some small
transaction fee, yeah.
And so the gov are buying no edgy honestly the every eBay company no and over side digitalize and whatever.
Yeah, but
edgy free not you. So you will chrome her. Now me koto a gadgets be eBay. Now your fan say and rabba could be a me toy, you say, if I say £12. And I say, if I say £100, last me toy, the body, if I say £200. Listen, cat, me a me toy, dear, me sick and I made it on E-levy, no, now I take 1.5, no, if it's so. Me a me to no, Nipa all tono, also near a free no. I mean, how does it make sense? I mean, me to, I mean, sick and I made it, gamma, eBay for no. Ye eBay for the tax. Me a me to again, ye team is can be a free so. Correct. Look,
but question is what? Well,
this
Chim na mintu aso kakara as a yawa.
But me patch say, enye tax papa, enye the inflation ba. A baby or the baby.
I am inflation ba.
E-levy no.
How does it add inflation?
They will go on just here. Who you seek out to there or eBay? If I say well Ghana, what do you seek out? That's a whole transfer for eBay. eBay now whole trade, you know. Here two seek a nibi.
Inflation, one way are buying.
10,000. Last week,
I've seen your point. I've seen your point.
10,000. I be teacher. Or go about to a whole market why you're tin tax. A human audience will register your tin income tax. After 10,000 or the ton and pay so say or say first or the left or the name a electronic jamomo. Or go 10,000 year 1.5 every so it's your bar and pay so this 1.5 for little so and you inflation.
I get your point. That is not inflation, man. That's just price increase. One key control. Let me explain. One key control of central banks is to manage supply of money in the system. And one way they manage supply of money is to increase interest rates. In a way, no, so me increase interest rate. The idea is for them to have to bank. This kind of want to know.
The operational word here is interest.
Let me answer that question for you. So it's not true. Say e-levy tax increase inflation. It reducing rather, but tax today will be impaired. Many people don't want to contribute. Anybody will be impaired because they don't understand the concept of taxation, particularly when who benefits of the taxes now. And the government has a lot of work to do in that sense. You cannot run away from tax. And as a tax, we are there. You can't run away from it. And the
year be rain, tax, and death.
But E11 has its own ups and downs. E11 has its own ups and downs. Government in the world or excess of 50-60 billion and then the economy on tries over tax and kakra. So come have for where say baby there's a certain part of the economy 50-60 billion in the tax here that a honor come see first. And the principle itself is not a bad principle.
They would dare not.
Perhaps people are saying
who bank card now who use so and they are trying to Iceland what are they 100 they are TBA free so. Hey,
there are transaction fees. So
it comes to those who are doing the business. Look, transaction fee.
Me am a card. Me am the Sika Cotton. I'm charging the for putting the card in. I'm charging the for removing the money.
No. Your bank, they are doing you a service, so your bank is doing you a service. So the service tax is what you pay to them. The government will take some from them. But apart from that service,
on one hand, you argue with them for phone tax. Against them for phone tax. The government is finding ways to increase the tax local revenues. We say has about it.
Maybe before anyway, listen. I know why you are not going to defend it. You have defended it.
No, I'm trying to explain.
It's nice. I mean,
I have tried to explain.
You have not given me the opportunity to run over everything. I mean, I've not run away with it, and I like it. I like people who stand their ground. Listen, thank you very much, and hopefully another time when we call you, I will come and continue.
Absolutely.
That is Mr. Kweku Bimpe. He is the executive, the communication director of NPP here in the UK. Our banner on him abe face kama menyaje ho. Oba ekuya mankanya me ho be kire ni. Ekuya kum edutu wa say well done Kweku. Then Kingsley Hinkra Dodo say excellent delivery Kweku Bimpe, communication director. So there we are. Dear for listeners and watchers and viewers, thank you very much for your time. Unfortunately, this is only the time that we are located with. That's all we got for this week. Hopefully, next week, I'm giving you a hint. The opposition leader in parliament, Mr. Haruna Idrisu, and the opposition chief linguist, they call him General Mosquito. That's all what I can say. But next week, also next week is very, very, very likely that we may have 2 days. What day and what day, I will let you know. But for now, on behalf of STS Pro Training Center, our Monetimi Training Maunya will CSCS card. And they also for, let me bring it out quickly. It's very, very important. this prophet or prophetic invasion ever so London, prophet Akwesi Ajima Prempe ne jumedi bi a obedi na saying from 29th of July according 31st of July the Lighthouse Theatre number 254 to 270 Camberwell Road. Postcode in here SE5 0DP. Now the times from Friday 29th July to Sunday 31st. Ringing number 07760276394. Ring is our number here. They will give you all the information you need. On behalf of my producer, my able manager, and yes, the Don himself, Don Marcus. Next week, we'll do it all over again. As we say here, the truth, nothing but the truth. Goodbye.
Tap, tap, and send. It's okay. Go. Let me speak to my people. Now, let me speak to you. I know the stress people go through when they want to send money from abroad to their family members and loved ones in Ghana and even in Africa. See, if you are in the USA, if you are in London, UK, Canada, Europe, any part of the world, see, Tap Send has made it very easy. All you have to do is to tap and send. Within a twinkle of an eye, your money will be sent with no stress. It's very fast, convenient, and easy to access everywhere. What are you waiting for? Just tap, and send. Download Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Send. It's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.